as the year comes to a close, we have two massive films coming out, and that's going to end the year with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Mufasa the Lion King. Now, why am I making this video? Because we have another Barbenheimer situation, or Glicked, where they both release on the same day. I don't know what the nickname is going around for this. One of the ones I heard was Sonic the Lion King. Maybe we could think of something a little bit better, but I don't know. But something really interesting that's been going around is who is actually going to come out on top on the box office. Now, neither of them are going to move, we now know, because we're 11 days away at this point. Tickets are on sale, so none of them are moving dates. However, it begs the question, which one will win? So, what is my view on this? Well, I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I've been a massive fan of the games all my life. I have always been a little bit more of a Mario person. However, I've always loved Sonic. And I've loved what they've done with the films, and I enjoyed the Knuckles shows, okay. And when it comes to The Lion King, I mean, you can't argue against it. The first Lion King is a gorgeous masterpiece. It's an absolute classic. And the live action came out. Didn't get great reception, but it made a lot of money. Until like June this year, it was actually the highest grossing animated film of all time, of course being topped by Inside Out. And now we're wondering, you have a prequel coming out up against Sonic 3, what's going to happen? I mean, if you look at it on paper, I guess you would say Mufasa's going to win. I mean, it's a prequel to a beloved classic and the highest grossing animated film of all time for a long time. But you look at Sonic and there's just a lot more hype around Sonic. I mean, I'm seeing a lot more people saying, you know, I'm getting really excited for Sonic, I can't wait for Sonic. And I've booked my tickets for Sonic Mufasa. I haven't booked my tickets for, and I don't know if I'm going to go see it. And the reason is there's just not been a lot of promotion for it, and people are kind of tired of Disney at this point. I mean, Disney have kind of been doing miss after miss after miss, and it's getting really, really boring that now there's just a lack of trust there. And these live action remakes also have a bad reputation, so people just don't really care for them. And these are just live action CGI animals who don't evoke any personality because they're animals. Like, you know, lions don't mimic facial expressions, so why are you doing the live action? If they'd have done 3D animated, I think this would have been a completely different conversation, like completely animated. And then kind of moving on to Sonic, we have Shadow thrown into the mix. This is a very Sonic Adventure 2 heavy film. It's going to bring back a lot of nostalgia. It's going to make a lot of money. However, what kind of drags Sonic down is Sonic, both the Sonic films combined, didn't make as much money as the live action Lion King did. So that's a question to be answered. And it's actually projected to get the lowest of the franchise so far. However, it doesn't release like globally on the same day, so things will change. I think this is going to be the highest in the franchise. I don't think either of these are going to hit $1 billion. Actually, that's a lie. I think Sonic's got more of a chance. I'd be surprised if Mufasa did at this point, because there's just no hype going around it, and the projections are that Sonic is ready to beat it at the box office. But there's just a lot going on this, and yeah, it really interests me in this conversation. I mean, one way to look at it is if you have the average family, let's say we have a mum, we have a dad, we have a daughter, we have a son, and why don't we have some grandparents in there? They go to the cinema on a Saturday afternoon. They are either going to go see Sonic or Mufasa. My guess is the parents are going to be leaning more towards The Lion King because that's their generation. However, I feel younger audiences are going to be steering towards Sonic 3, and that's where that clash is going to be. And that's going to be really, really interesting because, like, I guess parents grew up with Lion King. Like, that's probably one of their favourite films, and to see a prequel to that probably means a lot to them. Just the average moviegoer, critics aside, like me aside, who is a film critic in some form, like, it's tricky. I mean, my excitement for Mufasa the Lion King is not very high, and I don't think a lot of other people are that excited. However, just because a film's bad does not mean it won't make a lot of money. We've seen this happen so many times before. Minions was not a very good film. However, it hit over $1 billion, and a lot of people are thinking this is going to happen with the Minecraft movie. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter a lot of the time if a film's good or if a film's bad. It's the reputation, and both of these are sequels slash prequels, so they have that past reputation. So it's a really, really interesting question to answer. That being said, I do think Sonic's going to be the one to come out on top. I just think that Disney in general have kind of ruined their reputation in some form with, Moana 2 is making a lot of money, but it's not had great reviews. And the live action remakes, people have just had enough of them. Yeah, they make money, but I think people have slowly started to realise that no, these are not very good and they're not worth spending your money on because they're just a rehash. And a lot of people are just going to be like, yeah, this is going to be another soulless cash grab that is just made for money. And people are then going to look at Sonic 3 and they're like, oh, hey, I enjoyed the first 2 Sonic films, and, my kid over here enjoys the Sonic games, so that's kind of going to be a good thing. And, you've got Keanu Reeves being thrown in there as well. And I think also some of the thing is, I feel Sonic is going to be more enjoyed by younger children as well. I feel like as much respect as I have to Lion King, it's an amazing film. The first one, the original animated, not a lot of people have grown up with it, whereas with Sonic's a recent franchise, and this year for Sonic has been really good. We've had Sonic X Shadow Generations, we've had Shadow Dark Beginnings, we've had a bunch of shorts, and things like that. So the reputation's been really, really high, and I just think there's more hype around Sonic because it's like, oh, this is building a franchise, and we've got Shadow thrown into the mix, which, don't underestimate Sonic fans. I mean, it's going to be an interesting battle. I mean, for me, I am going to try and see both. My tickets are booked for Sonic 3 opening weekend, so I'm really, really excited to see that. Mufasa the Lion King, I'll try and see it. I'm not betting all my money that I will get a chance to. Obviously, it's in the Christmas period as well, which is really interesting because most cinemas aren't actually open on Christmas Day, so that kind of limits some of the box office things. And I don't know how many people are going to be going to the cinema to see Sonic 3 or Mufasa on Christmas Eve or something, like late at night on Christmas Eve. Probably not, but it's an interesting question, but kind of just me answering it. I think Sonic's going to win. I don't think it's that big of a deal. However, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting. And if Mufasa wins, I'm not going to be that surprised. However, that is all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do comment, like, and subscribe. Share this with your friends and family. Let me know, who do you think is going to win, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 or Mufasa? And what is your nickname for this war? We had Barbenheimer and we had Glickid. What's your name now? I'm probably going to go Mufasa the Hedgehog King. I don't know. That's just my one made up on the spot. That's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.